child. Here we go. Alright, so it's been a long time coming, y'all, for me making this video. It's definitely been a journey. If you're watching this, that means that you saw my announcement. Or maybe you were just kind of searching. I don't know what the title of this video is yet. Maybe you were just kind of searching on YouTube and you came across it. And if that's the case, thank you. My name is Bree Red. But if you're watching this and it's because you personally know me. It's because you saw that I recently posted that I am expecting a little nugget. But this journey, although I'm excited about my child, this journey has not been an easy one for several reasons. Like I said, if you know me, then you know I'm a Christian and I am not married. So this is me walking in my sin, wearing my scarlet letter to the fullest, y'all. This in itself, my camera's a little crooked, I'm sorry, y'all. But this in itself has just been a journey. And I'm gonna get into everything that I possibly can. Like I said, I want to try to make this video as short as possible, so hopefully I can get into one 15-minute video. But y'all know me, I love to talk, and I'm trying to make things short. So I got my notes, I got my Bible, and I got my napkins because I know I'm gonna cry. But y'all, if you know me, you know I live for transparency. I try to walk in my truth always. But this has been hard, and so this in particular is extremely hard. But this is what I'm here for. This is why God chooses me. You know, he chose me. He knows that I'm a person that is not afraid to share my testimony. So I was inspired to do this video. I have notes, y'all, so I will be looking at these to try to stay on track. So I was inspired to do this video because in my initial finding that I was expecting, I was on the internet just trying to find something about women who were Christian, who weren't married, who were experiencing this. So they're Christian, and they are Christian. They know that they love Jesus. They're chasing after Christ. They're trying to be all that they can be in Christ. But you know, we all fall short, and they've fallen short, and they are uplifting one another. I was looking for forums, y'all. I was looking for YouTube videos. I was looking for anything that I could possibly get my hand on podcasts about a woman talking about this experience, because listen, this was just the worst thing. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it like at all. Like, transparency is the best thing that I could do and be right now. So it was hard. It still is hard, but in the beginning it was just extremely depressing because I didn't see anyone. Saw pregnant women talking about depression. I saw pregnant women talking about being scared, but they were all like married or they weren't Christian. So I couldn't fully relate to a woman who was sharing her story. And I was like, there's no way that I am the only one. I just knew that I wasn't alone. Because there's however many billion people in the world. I don't know, y'all. Don't, you know, school me on that, okay? But there are however many multiple millions of people in this world. There is no way that I am the one person that got pregnant as a Christian, you know, out of wedlock. Like, I'm a Christian, and I got pregnant, and I'm walking in this, and so everybody either got pregnant before they fully became a Christian, or like after they were already married. Ain't no way. I ain't that naive. But literally there was nothing on the internet that was talking about it. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess. So I had to encourage myself. And then once I got through the process, which was a very, very long process for me, I promised myself that I wouldn't neglect other women who were going through this same journey. I don't want you to feel like you're alone, because you are not. Allow me to be the person that shows you that you're going to get through this. It is okay. And yes, it's not, I'm not saying it's okay like it's okay you got pregnant, you know, it's just cool. It's not like, this is a sin. I walk into my sin. Like I said, I'm wearing my scarlet letter which is my baby, and my baby is still blessed. It's my sin to carry, not my child's. But in truth, I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing to have gotten pregnant in the first place. So I'm not saying that that's okay. And if you're looking for somebody to tell you that that's okay, you ain't gonna find it here. So you can just leave. Okay, but I'm not saying that it's the end of the world. I'm not saying that God don't love you, that Jesus is not still with you. That is not the truth. Okay? So don't feel like that. And I felt like that for a moment, and I knew better, and I still felt like that. So I'm trying to share this to bless somebody out there, to let you know that it's okay. And if it's a man, you know, you got somebody pregnant and you feel this guilt and this shame that I felt, then listen to me, and listen to me hard. Like, you will get through this, and there is nothing that can turn God away from you. And so in that, I will share this scripture, which kind of helped me a little bit. So I'm sorry, y'all. I meant to write down another translation, because my Bible that I have is the New King James Version. So I'll try to give y'all a dissected version after I read this. Also, I see that this is going to be much longer than 15 minutes. So yeah, this will be at least a two-part video. So I'm coming from Romans 8:35 through 7, and it says, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for your sake we are all killed all day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Yet in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. So basically, the main parts that I'm trying to focus on is the first part in verse 35. It says, who should separate us basically from the love of God? And so in that, it's saying, I took from that not who, but what. I mean, who as well, because no one can separate you from the love of God. He'll always be there. But what as well? There is nothing that you can do that will make God not love you. And he can't love you any less. He loves you with his fullness. Like, you could always turn back to him. And so that was something I had to focus on, because I was hurt. And I know that I try to walk in my truth. And if you know me, I'm always professing my love for Christ and very proud in how I feel about my relationship with him. At one point, I was abstinent, and I was abstinent for almost 3 years, and I would talk about that for like so proudly and boast about it so proudly, because it was something, and it still is something, that I think is just an amazing thing. And then to have now been in this place, the girl who was abstinent, it was embarrassing, and it hurt, and it was just like, God, you don't love me anymore. Look at what I did. I look a fool. I have made you look foolish. It hurt. You know, but I had to realize that nothing that I could do. God knew I was going to sin. God knew I was still sinning when I really was abstinent for almost 3 years. But once I decided that I wasn't practicing abstinence anymore, you know, God knew that. I wasn't hiding that from him. I wasn't really trying to hide it from anyone else. If someone asked me, was I still abstinent, I would tell them no. But I just wasn't talking about it as boldly as I was talking about it when I was abstinent. That's the funny thing about sin, you know. You be real proud to say when you good, when you doing some good, but when that sin hit, you know you ain't living right, you try to hide that thing. You try to keep it. You don't boast about that. And so, like I said, I wasn't necessarily trying to hide it, but I just wasn't boasting about being like, yeah, I ain't abstinent no more. Like, how would that have looked? I look like a hypocrite. And I felt like that at the moment. You know, that's why I felt like when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I gotta bring a child into this world, and people know I'm not married, and I was like, no. So I had to realize that there was nothing that I could do that could turn God away from me. And so that's how I got to this point, a portion of how I got to this point. And then going back and saying that in verse 37, where it focused on how we're conquerors in basically everything. So we've already won. So as long as you'll fight some battles, you'll fall short. But if you turn back to God, you've conquered that thing. God is still in it with you. No matter how difficult it may seem, he's still there. So it was just a beautiful scripture for me, and it helped me through, because it was like, it ain't nothing you can do, Brie, that is going to make God love you less. So that helped me. Like I said, it felt like I was alone, so I definitely needed something to help me through my embarrassment. But like I said, I know I'm loved, and I just wanted to share my testimony. And since I couldn't find anything else, I decided to use myself. So, alright, here's the juicy. So here's my journey from conviction to acceptance. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and end this video, because it's about 11 minutes. That way I won't have to edit it. But don't worry, part 2 will be uploaded the same day at the same time. I just don't want to, you know, have to really edit that much, y'all, because I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. So part 2 will be about my journey from conviction to acceptance, which is the meat, the juice about this whole thing. And so if you really want to know, if you really want to understand that, be sure to tune into that, which should be posted at the same time that you see this. Thanks so much for watching the intro. I hope this has helped somebody, and I hope that you decide to continue to unfold, you know, watch my videos as my story unfolds and this journey unfolds. God bless you.